What is up, everybody? My name is Dane Thompson. Welcome back to another episode of Burndown, and this is the road to Rocky Mountain Race Week 2021 1.0. Man, that is a mouthful of an intro. How are you guys doing today? So, if you've noticed, yes, the car's on a trailer. I did debate, though, on driving it down to KP and then putting it on the rollers. We're going down the dyno, my boy KP Fab and Tune today. We're going to put it on the dyno, get it in the upper end of the tune, and see how we go there, because especially street driving when cars make power, it's just really not safe to let the thing go. So I've rolled on it a little bit and driven it around, gotten on the freeway, but today is the day. See what kind of power she makes, and then that is pretty well it for the tune and all the fun stuff. I installed a flex fuel sensor. We technically don't need on the tune. We're just going to tune on E85 on the rollers, and then I'll have the flex fuel in there, and then we'll just pull timing and all that other stuff or whatever for street driving. So I don't really care about that tune that much because I can make it nice and conservative for street driving. We need the tune for racing, and to kind of know where our power band is. So yeah, I was gonna drive it. I figured this is much safer. So we're gonna get on the road right now. He's expecting me, and then hopefully things go well. So let's get out of here. We'll get some 85. We'll get some Gatorades because it's kind of warm today, and then we will get on the road. You guys, wish me luck. Wish me luck. All right, we made it out here. The world famous KP Fab and Tune. Let's go bug this guy, see what he's doing. Hopefully I can leave my car there for a minute, and then hopefully we'll spend a little bit of time and put this thing on the rollers. I got some plugs to put in and gap and a few things to do, but we'll get rolling here. We'll bring you guys back once we get rolling, but here it is. Check it out. If you're in SoCal, come out and visit, get your car tuned. Look at that little dude. Love this little car. All right, I'm gonna go find him. All right, sweet. He's just doing a base tune on the car. So the rollers are open. We'll unload. We'll strap it down, and then I'm gonna do plugs and stuff on it, and then check all my junk out. So wish us luck. Leave in the comment section right now if you want what you think the car's gonna do. And then I told you guys before what we were actually shooting for, but if you're new to this, leave a comment. Let me unload, and then we'll take it in there. All right, KP's working on that Chevelle. We got this thing bolted down or strapped down, not bolted down. And then we got the hood off. I just gapped the plugs, so I brought a couple extras. What we'll do is we'll kind of get it in the range where we think we're good, where we want to make power and it lives or whatever. We'll throw a new plug in, make a pass or a pull, and make sure the plug looks good. So, or if we're having any sort of whatever, we have plugs to kind of check. So let it cool down a little bit because I had to drive it in here. We got these. I'm going to swap all the plugs out, and then this T-bolt is actually stripped. I think I wrote bad on here, so we'll change this out as well so we don't have any boost leak issues, hopefully. So let me get that changed out. We'll get this changed out, go over the stuff in the computer, make sure it looks good, and then that's it. Whenever KP's ready, we'll just make some noise. We'll start banging on this thing. So the other thing that is awesome too is big shout out once again to Loud Valves, and you guys will actually be able to hear this. So this is gonna be pretty neat. So this is a boost activated valve down here, and what that is, that's a cutout. So when this thing gets full of the boost, it opens up, right? So mainly you guys have just heard it through the muffler. Like even when I'm street driving, I haven't really made enough boost to open this. I have on occasion, but the car is pretty quick on the street, so it'll be fun to hear it on the roller, because as soon as the boost comes online, this guy will open up, and then hopefully she'll make some noise. So I'm looking forward to that. Big shout out to Loud Valve. If you want to keep your eardrums intact and still make power, turbos don't really like restriction, so you want it open. But for going on something like Rocky Mountain Race Week or just driving around, maybe you just want to do burnouts here and there, but for the most part you don't want to be a nuisance, or maybe you have kids, or I don't know, maybe you just like to hear stuff, maybe you have a radio. So get a Loud Valve, hit them up. I'll leave a link on the screen. You guys go check them out. Thank you very much for being a part of the YouTube, or the Burndown YouTube channel, and a part of the Maliboom build. So let me get after it, and then we can hear that freaking thing work. Pull on. Yeah. All right, first pull, shake down 6 pounds of boost. It's like 5 something, 555, right? 555. Yeah, 555, 493. So, she's healthy. We'll keep on pushing, but we're gonna be in the ballpark where we kind of need to be, I think. So, let's see how it goes. All right, we made a few hits. We haven't really, I added 2 pounds on top of the dome. I got a 4-port, but the PID and the setting for the boost control solenoid was really slow. So it ended up putting like 13 pounds almost on top of it with only a 2 pound increment. And I got a 7 pound spring, so it should have been like 9. We made 684 and then 583. So it's good, and then the fuel's looking good, but we want to get the boost in line because we want the boost to come in as fast as possible. It was too lazy, it was coming on way too late. So, I mean, I guess in a race, for racing it probably would be terrible because my tire's tiny, but I want to control that with timing. I don't want to have to wait for the boost to show up. So we're gonna mess with the PID, we'll make the same pull and see if we can get the boost coming quicker. And then that way we could target the boost a little better too. So ultimate goal is around 15 pounds or so. I mean, somewhere in like the 700-800 range we're looking, probably in the 7s, kind of looks like. So we'll try again.
So did it come on harder, or did it just make a lot more boost?
Yeah, I think that was a boost cut. This thing's smoking a little bit. So I think it's just leaking oil. KP thinks that my little hot sleeve is melting. I think it smells like oil, dude.
Coming from where, man?
From the, maybe the bottom.
I don't know what's coming from that fitting, dude.
Yeah.
It's dripping down off the sleeve.
Yeah, I just need to tighten the fitting up. Yeah, so the fitting's leaking. Because it just smells like oil.
Still false alarm. Well, we can power though.
Yeah, it looks like he's doing all right. Looks like maybe puking a little bit of something. No, that's. I don't think that's from my rig.
No.
I thought it was puking something, but I don't think that's from here. All right, cool. So we made what, 730?
760.
Oh, 760.
And 621.
760, 621, and we're pretty conservative boost wise. I'll have to double check. We'll check the logs, but I think that's roughly 14-ish. So we'll double check, but it came on smooth. It was a lot better because we were having PID problems with the controller and it was just zinging it. Dude, we hit boost cut one time. This thing was gonna go to the moon or kick rods, but feeling good about it. We'll mess it a little bit more and then we'll let it cool off, tighten that up. And then once we dial it in, I wanna do a plug pull and double check, make sure the plugs look good with the timing, but I'm happy with it. I think we're good. We can always sneak a little boost in if we need to, but all in all, I think it's doing pretty good. Try to cool it down, dude. Let's try this again. Had the fan on this bad boy, so there's a fitting down there at the drain. You guys probably see it. This guy right here worked its way loose. So let me finagle, get that thing tightened back up. And yeah, other than that, we'll kind of give it a once over, but seems like she's doing decent. We're having a problem with the boost just going crazy on us, so I need to get that to where I can manage it. So when I say give it 1 pound, it gives it 1 pound, or possibly like 2 or whatever, not 5 or 10 or whatever the thing. It's going crazy. So we'll keep at it. We'll tighten this up so we don't leak oil and burn things, and then I'll bring it back. All right, we're gonna make one final one. We spent a bunch of time BSing. So Eli's out of here. I'll see you later. And then I think we just snuck a little bit of timing in it. We'll make one more pull. We're gonna call it a day because this thing's making plenty of power. We'll see where we end up. Let's do this, and then my man can go home. 740. Yeah, this is number 1. All right, we're at the same spot. I shut it off. Hopefully it didn't idle too long. We're gonna pull the plug. We didn't make any extra power, so we're right where the time needs to be. I could probably back it down just a little bit. So, 740, and then 627. So that's where we ended up. That's where we're gonna run it. We'll work on stuff and try to push it maybe later on, but I'm more than happy with that. We'll back timing down just a little bit. Make sure this thing's roadworthy. We got a trailer to build. So big, super shout out to KP. Thank you for staying after hours Friday. Everybody else went home. We're gonna pull and check this plug, and then I'm gonna hurry up and do it so he can go home. But you guys know what to do. Like, subscribe, share. Till next time, I'm out.